being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, D.A. Thanks. And tonight a matchup of inexperienced teams, young ball clubs. Brent, talk about some of the challenges that come with coaching a team so young.
I think the idea for most of the coaches is they see it in the eyes of the players. They want everything now. They want it so fast, and they're not quite sure about the steps to get to the end game. That's the most important thing for a coach, is to talk about the small steps throughout any given season that the coach can put in front of them. And some of those challenges, you find out also which of the guys are willing to accept the team challenge as opposed to the individual one.
But challenging nonetheless in every way.
Oh, yeah, and for 8 months of it, Kevin.
Yeah.
So get ready for massive parenting for the year for this coaching staff.
Now Sacramento's starting 5. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Whiteside is out there with Parker, and it's Fox in at the guard position. And for Phoenix, Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Booker out there with Paul, and it's Ayton in at the center. Hield against Saric. Paul passes to Ayton. Out to Saric. Over Parker. Suns keep it alive. Here's Ayton, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Fox against Paul. The floater. Fox, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And there's Bridges on the assist by Paul. Bridges has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You leave it to CP3, statistically one of the top 10 assist men, not just in the league now, in the history of the game.
Fox kicks to Hield, pass to Parker. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. And it's blocked.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Paul looking around. Good work defensively by Fox.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Parker left side. Wide open look. Bank shot, no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Parker finds Barnes. Shot to stop the run. Misses the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
A nice shot by Booker. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Hield, cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Impressive how Hield can take contact and still remain laser focused on finishing a play. He plays much bigger than his body.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Now here's Paul. Passes to Ayton. He kicks it to Bridges. Paul outside. 3-pointer. Sacramento grabs the miss. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Parker kicks to Barnes. Whiteside dishes to Barnes from deep. Good on the triple.
The defense better recognize that Harrison Barnes more than capable from there.
Suns leading by 6. The drive by Booker. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Hield. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Whiteside, the pass to Barnes. No good on the 3.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Over Barnes. Bridges misses. The Kings trail by 8. Over in the corner, Barnes. Over Saric. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Reminds me of Carmelo Anthony, Jabari Parker, a quick second jumper, and keeps it alive on the glass.
Ball against Fox. From 13, Paul's shot is off.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Now here's Hield. Whiteside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Whiteside always around the rim. Such an amazing offensive rebounder, and second chance opportunities is where he does a ton of damage.
Here's Paul. 4-point game. Here's Bridges. He's got 8. 6 to shoot. Paul passes to Saric. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Fox with it. Chris Paul covering. Fox kicks to Hield. No good off the back of the rim.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Now here's Hield. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Booker.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Phoenix on defense. It's a 10-point game. Barnes passes to Fox. Hield outside. Goes up from the top of the key.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Booker, right side. Second shot opportunity, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Big man you don't want to send to the line. DeAndre Ayton's free throw capabilities keep him on the floor at all times.
Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish. That's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Kings. Timeout called by the Kings.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Barnes. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
11 feet away. The shot by Paul, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now, here's Fox. Healed outside. 6 on the shot clock. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Pretty good concentration by Hield there, just focusing on the target. What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
Raul Neto's checked in for the Suns. Now here's Saric. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
Now Hield. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Fox. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
The closer that Fox gets inside, the more effective he could say. I guess you could say he's good in the Fox hole.
And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, this team that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Here's Fox following the basket by Chris Paul. Lets it go from 14. Fox, no good.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And Saric kicks to Neto. Pass to Paul. Now here's Saric, guarded by Fox. And here's Neto outside. Offensive rebound. Saric. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And the anticipation of Saric, outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. Hield outside. Here's the floater. Here's Whiteside. Goes back up. And another shot. Bagley with the bucket.
Now, this is the level of activity that you want from Marvin Bagley. Relentless tonight on the offensive glass.
Fox against Paul. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Now, here's Fox. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Basket counts.
Well, great pass by Whiteside, hanging in that play.
Now Paul. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep three-point range, he can't get it to go.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns ahead. They lead by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. They've got Bielitsa. Marvin Bagley is out there with Holmes. And it's Fox. And it's Bembry in at the two-guard spot. That free throw good from Holmes. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Check Diallo. He's checked in for 8.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Bielitsa inside. Kaminsky's there. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa. That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, ranked a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent, what are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry? Exactly.
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Now, here's Holmes, following the shot by Chris Paul. Here's Bagley. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Kaminsky. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Connects from three-point range.
Nice job catch and shoot there. Chris Paul making it look simple and caught the defense a little bit out of position.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Third is Chris Paul.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Holmes with it. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Here's Bembry. Shoots over Crowder, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bembry.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
The pass to Diallo. Kicks to Crowder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Kings. Here's Bembry. It's hauled in by Diallo. Neto surveying the floor. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Outside, Fox. Here's Bembry, defended by Paul. Knocked away. No good on that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Now here's Paul. Ivan Bagley missing his last shot. Booker outside. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor. The Kings trail by 9. Here's Bembry. 6 points for him. Right wing. Holmes passes to Bielitsa. Here's Bembry, defended by Booker. From deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker, coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
Diallo kicks to Paul. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's foul number 2 for him. The Kings trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Stay there.
Holmes with it. Kaminsky's there. Here's Fox. Sacramento again missing.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Fox with the steal. High arcing shot. The shot's good. Fox has got 6 points.
Pretty much all you can do on defense there. De'Aaron Fox, great poise in the painted area.
Booker the pass to Diallo. Now here's Paul. Guarded close. Oh, that's blocked. Bielitsa against Crowder. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Fox.
Well, nice job by Bielitsa. Be patient. Look for teammates. He found one.
Booker against Fox. Booker looking around. that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Bagley. Again, Sacramento.
6'11", showing he's got a J. Marvin Bagley can be an offensive problem.
To the paint, here's Paul. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. And that's now 9 points for Chris Paul.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
A pass to Fox. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Holmes throws it down.
Well, Fox does a great job of sizing up the defense and then finding a hole. So good at getting in there.
Paul with the ball. He's got 9. Shoots from the corner. Again, Phoenix.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
The Kings trail by 7. And here is Fox. He's got 8. Passes it to Bembry.
Hey, yo, right here.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bembry's got 6 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Kaminsky. To the left wing. Here's Diallo. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Diallo's got his first points of the game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Fox with it. Now guarded by Crowder. With the teardrop. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Fox.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now here's Paul. He's got 11. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
DeAndre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. And then for Sacramento, Barnes comes in for Bielitsa, and Hield subbed in for Bembry. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Fox following the basket by Chris Paul. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. Sinks that one from the post. And now a 12-point Suns lead.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. We're at the number of trades now starting to involve stars. It feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina, Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State, signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
No good on that one. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Now, here's Paul. He's got 18. And stolen by Barnes. On the pass to Fox. Tipped away. Paul with the steal. And they double up Paul. It's stolen by Bagley. Fox looking it over. The three ball. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Kings trail by 11. Outside, Fox. Healed against Booker. Back to Fox. 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Yeah, it's so hard not to foul Fox. Sometimes that burst of speed, you can't react in time. You got to get physical and foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And he makes the first.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
Booker finds Kaminsky. Bagley with the block. And now the Kings fast break. Barnes outside, takes the 3, drops in the tray. Barnes has got 9 points.
Harrison Barnes very comfortable in that catch and shoot.
Paul against Fox. Paul passes to Ayton. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Barnes. That one doesn't drop.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Fox after the Suns pick up 2. Healed outside. Over Booker. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Suns leading by 8.
Who's got CP?
Lets the 3 fly. Sacramento grabs the miss. Holmes got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Barnes. 3-pointer Healed. It doesn't go for him. And the first half is now in the books. Suns lead by 8. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, hot start, cool finish. What happened out there?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Jones, things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. A smoldering performance for them early. Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Paul in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Here's Fox. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Shot by Heald, nobody around. The 3-pointer is right on target. Heald's got 9 points.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
Paul passes to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul left side. Over Fox. That's good from Paul on the assist by Bridges. 20 points for Chris Paul.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldrich.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Here's Booker. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Bridges against Hield. Kicks it out to Paul. Left side, Saric shoots over Fox. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Parker. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Ayton. Paul against Fox. Got a hand on it. On the wing, Hield. He's got 9. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Fox kicks to Barnes. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Booker against Hield. Parker outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Bridges. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Barnes.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer. And he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
And here's Booker from the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low, here's Parker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now just a 5-point Suns lead.
Jabari absorbing a lot of contact on that play, and then a nice soft touch on the difficult shot.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Here's Ayton, and Whiteside sends it back. Parker against Saric. Count it. 6 points for Jabari Parker.
I like how efficient Parker is. When he gets in that area, he's just smelling points.
Saric outside. Passes it to Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Phoenix, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Well, at this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Whiteside. On the wing, Barnes. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Booker. 14 points for him. Paul kicks to Booker. Over Hield. Here's Ayton. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Parker against Johnson. Whiteside, the pass to Barnes. Another three for Sacramento.
Strong and long. Those are the two things that make Harrison Barnes a nice scoring option for this team.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Raul Neto's checked in for Paul. And a change for Sacramento. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And here are some numbers on Fox. He had a strong showing last season. 8th in assists. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved.
Well, Devin Booker is among some of the youngest, most elite scorers that the league has ever seen. And the sky is the limit for this guy.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most. And their challenge is, we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Here's Fox following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Neto finds Booker. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
It's Bielitsa. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Saric passes to Neto. Now the feed to Booker. Lets it go from 11. And that one hits back iron.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
And Fox gets it to go.
Well, this is when Fox is at his best. Once he gets a step on the defense, you're pretty much going to read the back of that jersey.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. And there's the pass to Johnson. Here's Ayton. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Hield. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Hield just keeps coming right after you again and again as a defender. And eventually you'll tire out and make a mistake with a foul.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Quietly, Buddy Hield has had some good moments in the NBA thus far. I know coming in, a lot of attention as a high draft choice, but his offensive game and the players around him as they get better are helping Buddy Hield out.
And the Suns making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Both free throws good from Hield. And so here's Phoenix. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Neto. Can't cash in from close range.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the dunk by Parker.
And more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
Suns trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Crowder kicks to Johnson. And here's Booker from the arc. Not going to go that time.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Parker. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Booker outside. Pass to Crowder. Johnson outside. Here's Ayton from 13 feet. It goes down. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, hitting that mid-range shot, this is right now probably the extent of Ayton's range.
Now, here's Fox. He's covered closely. It's deflected.
Good grab, Ayton.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Phoenix, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Raul Neto. And both free throws good from Crowder. The Kings leading. Now, here's Fox. 16 points for him. Parker left side. And the shot is good. Parker's got 12.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Johnson dishes to Kaminsky. Outside Crowder. Pass to Johnson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
There's some quick feet out there from Jabari Parker, sprinting down, gets to the open spot, and the D could not catch up.
Now Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Booker outside. Shot clock at 6. Overhealed. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Booker.
Love the confidence of Devin Booker. When he gets a screen, he knows what he wants to do.
Pass to Parker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Ayton. For Sacramento, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line. Shooting 2. First one falls for him.
There's not a lot of question about Jabari Parker's talent, a versatile forward with a tremendous drive.
And Phoenix making a change here. Paul's checked in. And Parker drops them both.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now here's Paul. 21 points in the game. Ayton, the pass to Paul. Oh, Ayton in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
Crowder against Bielitsa. There's the pass to Giles. Back to Bielitsa. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hield.
A very nice season for him last year. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from three last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. Paul passes to Ayton. Looks for Paul. Gets it to him. Good D by Hield.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the dunk by Parker.
Wow, amazing. Creating scoring opportunities for himself, staying aggressive on the offensive end. Solid play.
Booker outside. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Crowder. Here's Kaminsky. He can't get that one. Outside, Fox. He dishes it to Parker. Giles kicks to Hield. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the five for the Kings to start the fourth. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Giles in at the center, locking down the middle. Crowder dishes to Paul. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Eight feet away, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game. Fox against Paul. Elbow shot. Hield with the bucket. Hield's got the lead up to 6 now for the Kings.
A good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Pass to Paul. Over Hield. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Passes it to Barnes.
Switch.
On the wing, Hield. Fires the three. Kept alive. Outside, Fox. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Booker the bounce pass. Fox against Paul.
Come get it.
Booker outside. From deep three-point range, here's Kaminsky. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Marvin Bagley picks one up. And he knocks down the first one. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Phoenix. Both good from the line that time. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Healed with it. Pass to Fox. It's hauled in by Diallo. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Back to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 to shoot. Paul outside, launches it. It's hauled in by the Kings.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Healed, can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
They grab their own miss. And here's Barnes for three. Again, the miss by the Kings. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Paul, here's Kaminsky. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 6 points for Frank Kaminsky.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Here is Paul. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Paul passes to Booker. And here is Kaminsky. The pass to Bridges. Booker in the post. Covered by Heel. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Kings have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Fox against Paul. Pass to Heald. It's blocked. They retain possession. Second chance shot. Bagley trying to free himself up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Some fouls out there can be smart. That's one. Bagley too good inside, so hold him down.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
Sharch has checked in for the Suns. Whiteside's checked in for Sacramento. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Healed with it. Now guarded by Booker. Barnes looking around. Free throw line jump shot. Offensive rebound. And it's blocked.
And you can't be careless around Saric. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back.
Suns trail by 3. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class. And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And so here's Phoenix. The Kings getting the bucket. Here's Booker. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Hield, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker. Free throw drops for Hield. Both free throws good from Hield. Suns trail by 5. Paul kicks to Saric. Pass to Bridges. Paul outside. Booker outside. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by Booker.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Chalk up 2 there. Paul's got 25 points in the game.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Fox. Barnes dishes to Whiteside. No good that time. Some solid defense from Saric. The Suns have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%.
Who's watching him?
Paul with the bucket.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, Mikal Bridges tagged as a 3-and-D type player in the draft, still finding his way a little bit in terms of the NBA offensive system and where it is that he can be effective.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jabari Parker.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Well, this team looking to utilize Bridges in a number of roles as he learns.
Yeah, Bridges maybe has to take a back seat to what Ayton and Booker do for this team. It's a nice spot to settle in as the attention is on those two players. He can carve out a nice role here and continue to improve on some of his weaknesses in the offseason.
Fox. Parker trying to free himself up.
Continuing to expand his offensive game. Fox off to a good start.
Suns trail by 3. Booker outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
And that one falls from Saric. He's perfect from the line this time.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Hield outside. Beyond the arc. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists in the game.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Paul. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Here's Barnes, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
Here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. Phoenix needs to get off a shot from deep. Good D by Parker. Sacramento leading by 6. Outside, Fox. Fades and shoots. Here's Whiteside. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now the dish to Booker. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
They get a hand on it. Looking to get back on track here. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Rebound by the Kings. Barnes left side. Shoots over Bridges. And that one's good. Barnes has got 11 points here in just the second half. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he gets the bucket. Booker's got 23 points.
Well, Booker is the leader, and you got to trust him in that spot.
Now here's Barnes. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Ayton. Suns trail by 4. On the wing, Booker. At the elbow, it's Saric. Shoots the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Hield. Bridges with the board. The Suns shoot here in the fourth quarter around 41%. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker with it. Now guarded by Hield. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Paul against Fox. The shot by Paul, no good. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Barnes. The 17-footer. That one misses. And the Suns call time. They're down by 1. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. And Paul puts up a deep 3. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. And so it's Sacramento who scrape by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. A lot of great young talent. Both teams loaded with young talent. What's the key, do you think, Doris, as you've watched this league, to unlocking that potential and making them what they're going to become?
Yeah, I think for young guys, Kevin, one of the challenges is focusing on getting better every single day. It's the little choices these guys are making. They're going to put in the time to be working on their shooting or their off-the-bounce game or their defensive prowess. Can they be unselfish? Can they be sort of big picture thinking in terms of just not only their success, but the guys around them? That's hard for a young guy.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Whiteside is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Fox in at the point guard position.
You think back to after the trade from Philadelphia, Dario Saric had a hard time getting settled in with Minnesota. They started him in a bench role, and it wasn't until he became a starter that you saw his productivity increase.
And he makes the first. And Doris with Saric coming off the bench is something he's done in the past. But he had better results as a starter last season.
It would appear to me he is much more comfortable as a starter. His shot seems to come a little bit easier. The floor spacing this young man provides is a huge plus for his team. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Fox passes to Hield. And it's denied.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
Here's Bridges. Saric trying to break free. Ayton, the pass to Saric. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. And the shot goes in.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Fox with it. Chris Paul covering. Fox kicks to Hield. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Parker against Saric. Passes it to Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Over Whiteside. And Ayton the bucket on the assist from Bridges.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Monty Williams. One player we talked about was Hassan Whiteside, a dominant rebounder and shot blocker. Coach said he presents a physical challenge inside. We've got to test his mobility as much as possible. So see if the opposing center gets going with rim runs early in this game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Three-pointer, Hield. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, good.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Fox. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Bridges with the steal. To the left side wing. And the wide open shot from Paul. No good with the triple. The Kings trail by 6. Fox looking it over. And it's Parker in the corner. Floats one, and it's blocked. Paul against Fox. Out Paul. Ayton dishes to Booker. Trains the three-pointer. Booker's got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Bridges with the steal. And now the Suns, a fast break. Bridges leading the charge. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Now, here's Whiteside. Barnes outside. Looking to end the run.
Well, you can see he's an improving defensive presence, right? DeAndre Ayton has got to commit and do what it takes.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Knocks it loose. Bridges with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Hield. It's tipped. Hield against Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Now here's Hield. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Over Booker. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
It's hauled in by the Kings. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Now, here's Fox. Last game he had 28 points. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Third is Chris Paul.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento to end the cold streak, and Fox finishes it off.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Ayton. Out to the right wing. Poke loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. It's stolen by Hield. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. Finished off the break. Fox has got his second basket.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Now here's Saric. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Fox, drilled from 11 feet out. Fox has got his third basket of the night. Suns leading by 20. Paul looking over the floor. From 12 feet out. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Healed with the bucket.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now here's Booker. 14 points for him. Again, Phoenix.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Fox passes to Hield. Fox against Paul. The wide open look here for Fox. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick and roll play, figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
And it's Paul missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Barnes outside. Over Bridges. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Well, smart enough to know if there's going to be congestion in there when he's attacking. Barnes gets to that in-between game.
Pass to Saric. Here's Bridges. Covered by Parker. Back to Bridges. Inside, Ayton. Good D by Barnes.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one's good. Parker.
Oh, nice move by Jabari Parker off the bounce. Gets to the rack.
Here is Paul. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Here's Saric. Ayton trying to break free. And it's Saric, that time on the assist by Paul.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Fox against Paul. Fox passes to Hield. And it's blocked.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
No one covering. That's 7 points for Chris Paul.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
Hield with the bucket.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Fox against Paul. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Now let's see the stat sheet here on Chris Paul. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Whiteside finds Hield. That one doesn't go. Good D by Booker. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 17. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. That's going to send Dario Saric to the free throw line. They get Hassan Whiteside. Sacramento making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. And that one falls from Saric. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Fox against Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And one thing that's been plaguing the Suns for years, undisciplined play.
Greg, I think that shows up most typically in your bottom of the league in turnovers and personal fouls, both categories 7 years running. When you're at a competitive disadvantage in terms of talent and experience, you can't afford to make those mistakes.
For the Sacramento Kings, their last game a loss to New Orleans. Healed the pass to Barnes. Sinks the three-pointer. Barnes has got 6 points.
If the improvement in Barnes' deep range just helps his offense space the floor.
Fox against Paul. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Suns lead by 17. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Ayton, Kaminsky out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Chris Paul, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard position. Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Paul is doubled. The pass to Kaminsky. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Bembry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Fox, no good. Booker draws the double. To the middle. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Fox against Paul. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Bagley. The three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix leading by 20. Outside Crowder. And the rejection by Holmes. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Kaminsky dishes to Crowder. Booker outside. It's good from long range. Booker's got 21 in the game.
Devin Booker has got a 70-point game in his history. He is cooking. You might want to check him tonight.
Fox, the bounce pass. Bembry, the pass to Fox. Clock at 6. Here's Bembry. They can't stop the run with that one. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Bembry. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Bagley in the post. He's guarded by Booker. He was all alone on that one.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And here is Ayton. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Bembry, defended by Booker. Bembry, the pass to Fox. No good that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. Booker with no one around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 24 points for Devin Booker.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And Fox gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And he converts the layup. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And Phoenix making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Suns leading by 19. Paul passes to Booker. Corner shot. And the Suns miss again.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Paul with the ball. He's got 11. Shoots over Fox. On target from 13 feet. And that's 13 points for Chris Paul.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Count it. Holmes got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Diallo. Doesn't go that time. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Fox passes to Bembry, and the basket is good. Bembry's got his first bucket in this one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Passes to Kaminsky. Here's the 3. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Bembry, the pass to Bielitsa. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Paul. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Inside. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Bagley.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Crowder. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And here's Booker from the arc. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Now here's Holmes. He's guarded by Kaminsky. Bagley kicks to Holmes. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Bielitsa against Crowder. Pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Now, Kaminsky. There's the triple. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bembry, defended by Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his 2nd foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Bridges, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Whiteside's checked in for the Kings. Hield comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And stolen by Diallo. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
I'll tell you, you let that guy get a head of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
Fox passes to Whiteside.
Get there, get there.
The dish now to Hield. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Hield finds Fox. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Hield. Here's Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Outside, Bagley. Now the pass to Whiteside. Fader on the way. They get it back to stop the run, and it's Bagley getting it to go. Bagley's got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Here's Booker. A beautiful reverse layup. Booker's got 33.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Whiteside, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Bangs home the trifecta. Bridges has got 12 in the game.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
It's 2-on-1. The shot's good from Paul. He's got 15.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And they double up Paul. Here's Kaminsky. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Fox. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 20-4 run. To the inside. And there's Bridges on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Fox against Paul. Outside, Fox. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Phoenix having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 35 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession, so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya,
and that.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but, boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court right now for the Kings. Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. The Kings shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Fox passes to Hield. Back to Fox. Jacks up a 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 37 points for Devin Booker.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Well, I think we know that Devin Booker is known for his shooting, but to me, guys, there's also the passing and the rebounding aspect that comes into play with him.
The drive by Barnes. Some solid defense from Šarić.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Sacramento moving it around. Fox. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Paul kicks to Bridges. The tray. Another three for Phoenix.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Fox passes to Whiteside. He dishes it to Barnes. It's blocked, and they get it back. 4 on the clock, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
The Suns on offense. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Paul against Fox. Paul dishes to Šarić. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 11 points for Dario Šarić. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Whiteside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Oh, Whiteside in position. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Now, Parker has the ability to keep defenders off balance by mixing speeds. Nice job there.
And Parker drops them both.
You know, obviously it's been a tough go for Jabari Parker out of the gates in his career. He had to handle a couple of injuries early, but this is a former number 2 overall pick. And what we know unequivocally is this guy can put the ball in the basket. Can he find the right situation where he can flourish?
Pull. Paul against Fox. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Good on the bucket. Paul's got 17 now.
And it's no secret that Paul is an energetic defender, constantly swiping at the ball and ripping away steals.
And for Parker, who has had to fight back from injuries, sometimes the motivation seems to be lacking.
Well, Jabari Parker doesn't turn heads on the defensive end, and so that's part of what gets him off the floor at times. He needs to make sure that not only is he interested in scoring, but he's got to be willing to make stops as well.
Bridges, he's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Fox. Parker trying to free himself up, and Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 22.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Outside, Fox. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
And looking at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox, good season for him last year. 8th in assists. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. Raul Neto comes in for Chris Paul. And then for Sacramento, Harry Giles is checked in for Whiteside. And it's Bembry in for Buddy Hield. To the paint and stolen by Barnes. dishes it to Fox. Back to Barnes. Parker outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now Parker continues to develop that range shooting and trying to spread the floor there.
Passes it to Ayton. To the wing right side. Here's Neto. Sharge trying to break free. Here's Fox. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Fox has got 24.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
And Saric kicks to Crowder. Pass to Booker from past the arc. They get it back. Saric, that's good. Saric has got 13 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Fox. The pass to Giles. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Rebound by the Kings.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Pass to Crowder. Saric outside. Suns moving the ball around. Neto goes up and lays it nice and easy.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. He kicks to Booker. No good that time, and the Kings going the other way now. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Fox passes to Bembry. Back to Fox. Passes to Giles. Here's Bembry, defended by Crowder. And good that time. Bembry's got his second bucket.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Stolen. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Here's Neto. Pass to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Crowder kicks to Booker. Top of the key. Barnes grabs the miss. Outside, Fox. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
Well, that's great insight. Here's Neto, guarded by Fox. Here's Neto. And there's the pass to Johnson. Here's Ayton. Shoots over Holmes. And again, it's the Suns missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
The 7th overall selection back in 2012. Barnes was taken 1 pick after Dame Lillard. 2 picks before Andre Drummond. Incredible draft class.
Down low, it's tipped. And that one drops for him. Barnes has got 10 points in the game.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Ayton, out to the right wing. Here's Neto, guarded by Fox. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Crowder. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the dunk by Barnes.
What a gorgeous move by Barnes. I'll tell you, you play him to just rise up and shoot, but he can also put it on the deck.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Here's Neto, guarded by Fox. Kicks it out to Johnson. It's good from long range.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Outside, Fox. There's the lob to the hoop, and Holmes throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And Ayton throws it down.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
And Sacramento has possession. Outside, Fox. And Crowder comes up to help. Fox kicks to Holmes. Barnes looking around. The Kings need to get off a shot here. But they get it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Ayton. On the wing, Johnson. The rebound by Giles.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the third. Booker, right side. From deep, Neto. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with his team.
We're doing a better job of making shots.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jack Diallo is out there with Johnson. Then there's Carter. Then it's Frank Kaminsky. And it's Neto in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Johnson outside. When you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Healed against Carter. Baseline jumper. Connects. The jumper drops. Here's Neto. Johnson outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First free throw is good. Good on both. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Healed outside. Now here's Joseph. Defense right on him. Healed against Carter. Pass to Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. Over Kaminsky. Phoenix grabs the miss. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Carter against Bazemore. Here's Kaminsky. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And finish off by Bagley.
I'll tell you, a terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
The pass to Johnson. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. And here is Joseph. Pass to Len. Some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. Shot from 12. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
Yeah, and Bagley has the reputation for showing variety. Can score in a different way on each possession.
Passes it to Reed. Pass to Neto. Tries from 10. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Bielitz. The feed to Len. Kicks to Bazemore. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Neto. He's covered by Joseph. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and then to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. So both teams changing it up here. The Kings have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Bridges passes to Saric. Couldn't get it to drop. He's now made 5 of 8 shots.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
It's good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Phoenix leading by 19. Phoenix calls timeout. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Booker finds Paul. Now Ayton, guarded by Fox. Healed against Booker. And slam dunk by Saric.
Wow, Dario Saric gets himself perfectly positioned, and that's an easy dunk.
Fox against Paul. Parker outside. Barnes outside. Bridges with the steal. Can't hit that one. Good D by Barnes. The Kings have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Fox against Paul. Puts it up from 12. Fox, no good. The Suns have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Fires for 3, and Paul with the basket on the assist from Bridges. 20 points for Chris Paul.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game. Well, Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Outside, Joseph. They could use a bucket. And no good. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the Kings shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Here's Bembry. That one, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Crowder, the pass to Okobo. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom three teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Kings have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Here's Bazemore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First one at the line is good.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Both shots good from the stripe. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Okobo, the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Carter outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Okobo. Phoenix no good that time either.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Come get it, come get it.
Joseph looking over the floor. Here's Bembry, defended by Carter. Bembry misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Crowder kicks to Johnson. Here's Reed. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Devin Booker.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Crowder. Here's Okobo. Pass to Johnson. Here's Reed, rejected by Len.
Well, for a big guy so light on his feet, Len rising into the air with ease.
And it's Fox with the jam.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Here's Okobo. To the wing on the left. Pass to Reed. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots.
Thank you, David. Great interview.